Your dead car battery isn't actually broken. You're just being lied to by manufacturers who bank on planned obsolescence. Instead of dropping $200 on a replacement, I'm going to show you how a $2 chemistry secret dissolves the sulfate crystals that kill your cells. Watch as we bring this junk back to life for infinite reuse. Chemical literacy is the ultimate superpower against modern consumerism. By introducing a specific magnesium sulfate solution, we can reverse the internal buildup that mimics a total hardware failure. Today, we are breaking the cycle of waste and restoring peak electrical conductivity for pennies using a simple, repeatable lab technique that anyone can do at home. Let me reveal an industry secret that could save you thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Most dead batteries aren't physically broken, they're just chemically choked. You know that frustrating click when you turn your ignition? That's not a hardware failure. That's sulfation, a chemical process that manufacturers rarely talk about because it keeps you buying new batteries every few years. Here's what's really happening inside your battery. During normal discharge cycles, soft lead sulfate crystals form on the battery plates. This is completely natural. But when a battery sits unused or repeatedly runs too low, these soft crystals harden into thick, stubborn deposits. The environmental toll is staggering. Millions of lead-acid batteries are discarded prematurely every year, not because they're broken, but because this invisible sulfation barrier prevents them from holding a charge. And here's the kicker. This condition is completely reversible. Think about it. You're being told to spend $150 to $300 on a replacement when the real problem can be solved with basic chemistry and less than the cost of a coffee. The solution? Magnesium sulfate, commonly known as Epsom salt. Yes, the same stuff you might use for a foot soak contains the exact chemistry needed to resurrect your battery. Here's the science. When you introduce a magnesium sulfate solution into your battery, it creates an environment where those hardened lead sulfate crystals begin to soften and dissolve back into the electrolyte solution. The magnesium ions help break down the crystalline structure without damaging the delicate lead plates inside your battery. This restores the electrochemical surface area needed for the battery to accept and hold a charge again. Let's talk economics. A new lead-acid car battery, $150, $250. A lithium alternative, $300, $500. A 1-pound bag of food-grade Epsom salt that can restore multiple batteries, $2, $5. The beauty of this method is that it works with the battery's existing chemistry. We're not adding anything foreign or harmful. We're simply using one form of sulfate to dissolve another, clearing the pathway for normal operation to resume. Before we begin, safety is paramount. You'll need safety goggles, acid-resistant gloves, a well-ventilated workspace, and a plastic funnel. Battery acid is highly corrosive, so treat this process with respect. Here's your complete materials list. Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate, distilled water, not tap water, a plastic container for mixing, a turkey baster or plastic syringe, a battery charger, a multimeter, baking soda and water for neutralizing spills. Step 1. Accessing the cells. Most lead-acid batteries have removable caps on top. Carefully pry these off using a flat screwdriver. If your battery is sealed, look for drill-out points, though this process works best with serviceable batteries. You should see 6 individual cells. Each cell should contain electrolyte fluid, a sulfuric acid and water mixture. If the plates are exposed, the fluid level is too low, which accelerates sulfation. Step 2. Preparing the solution. The magic ratio is 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt per 1 cup of warm distilled water. Warm water helps the Epsom salt dissolve completely. This is critical. Stir thoroughly until the solution is completely clear with no granules remaining. Undissolved crystals can damage the plates or clog the cell structure. Step 3. For heavily sulfated batteries, you may want to drain some of the old electrolyte first. Use your turkey baster or syringe to carefully extract fluid from each cell. Dispose of this acid properly, never pour it down the drain. Pro tip: keep a container of baking soda solution nearby. If you spill any acid, immediately neutralize it with baking soda. You'll see it fizz. That's the chemical reaction neutralizing the acid. Step 4. Slowly add your Epsom salt solution to each cell. Fill until the plates are completely covered, leaving about a 1/4 inch of space below the fill line. Don't overfill, the fluid expands during charging. Gently rock the battery side to side to help mix the new solution with the existing electrolyte. This creates a uniform concentration throughout each cell. Replace the caps loosely, not tightened all the way. This allows gases to escape during the charging process, which is essential for safety. This is where patience becomes your greatest asset. Set your charger to the lowest amperage setting available, typically 2 amps for a trickle charge. High amperage will heat the battery and potentially damage the newly forming chemical bonds. Connect your charger, red to positive, black to negative. Double check your connections. Reverse polarity can destroy your battery permanently. The initial charging phase should last 24 to 36 hours. Yes, this seems long, but slow charging allows the magnesium sulfate to penetrate deep into the sulfate crystal layers and gradually dissolve them. Here's how to monitor progress. After 12 hours, disconnect the charger and let the battery rest for 1 hour. Then measure the voltage with your multimeter across the terminals. A healthy 1-2 volt lead-acid battery should read between 12.6 and 12.8 volts when fully charged and at rest. If you're seeing 10 to 11 volts after the first cycle, that's normal, we're making progress. Check the cells visually. You should notice the electrolyte becoming clearer and more transparent as the sulfate dissolves. You may also see gentle bubbling. This is hydrogen gas being released, which is normal during charging. After the rest period, reconnect and continue charging for another 12 to 24 hours. For severely sulfated batteries, you may need to repeat this cycle 3 or 4 times. The real test. After your final charge cycle, let the battery rest for 2 to 3 hours, then measure voltage again. If you're reading 12.4 volts or higher, it's time for a load test. Install the battery in your vehicle or use a dedicated load tester. A successfully restored battery should crank your engine with authority. No more clicking, no more hesitation. During cranking, a healthy battery should maintain at least 9.6 volts under load. If you're hitting this number, congratulations, you've just reversed what the industry calls irreversible sulfation. Signs of successful restoration. Voltage holds steady at 12.6 plus volts. Clear, light-colored electrolyte. Strong cranking power. Battery maintains charge overnight. No excessive heat during charging. Now that you've restored your battery, let's talk about keeping it healthy indefinitely. Prevention is easier than cure, and the same chemistry that saved this battery can prevent future sulfation. Every 3 months, check your electrolyte levels. If they're low, add distilled water, never tap water, which contains minerals that accelerate sulfation. Top off to just cover the plates. Every 6 months, add a small maintenance dose of Epsom salt solution, about 1 ounce per cell. This keeps the internal chemistry balanced and prevents crystal formation before it starts. Monthly voltage checks take 30 seconds and can alert you to problems before they become serious. Anything below 12.4 volts means it's time for a maintenance charge. The average lead-acid battery lasts 3 to 5 years with conventional use. With this maintenance protocol, you can realistically expect 8 to 12 years or more from the same battery. That's tripling your investment with minimal effort. But this goes beyond just saving money on car batteries. This same technique works on motorcycle batteries, boat batteries, golf cart batteries, solar backup systems, and any other lead-acid application. Let's zoom out for a moment. Chemical literacy, understanding the basic science behind everyday technologies, is the ultimate form of resource sovereignty. You're no longer dependent on replacement cycles dictated by manufacturers or vulnerable to supply chain disruptions. The environmental impact is profound. By extending battery life, you're reducing lead mining, decreasing industrial production energy, and keeping toxic materials out of landfills. One person doing this makes a difference. Thousands doing it? That's a movement. This DIY mindset extends far beyond batteries. Smartphone batteries, power tools, appliances. Most modern technology is designed to fail, but much of it can be restored or maintained with basic knowledge. Here's my challenge to you. Take this knowledge and apply it. Don't just watch this video and move on. Find that dead battery in your garage. Buy a bag of Epsom salt and prove to yourself that you have the power to opt out of the replacement cycle. Share your results. Teach your friends. Post your voltage readings. When we share practical knowledge like this, we create a community of people who refuse to be passive consumers. The system relies on your ignorance. Every time you learn to fix something instead of replace it, you're taking back control. Every time you share that knowledge, you're empowering someone else to do the same. So let's recap what we've learned today. That dead battery sitting in your garage isn't broken, it's just chemically blocked. For less than the cost of a latte, you can dissolve those sulfate crystals and restore full functionality. The process is simple. Access the cells safely. Add Epsom salt solution. Slow charge for 24 to 36 hours. Test and validate restoration. Maintain regularly to prevent recurrence. This isn't just about batteries. It's about understanding that most of what you're told is unrepairable is actually perfectly fixable with basic knowledge and inexpensive materials. If this video changed how you think about battery replacement, hit that subscribe button. We're building a library of practical restoration techniques that put power back in your hands. One final reminder, battery acid is dangerous. Always work in a ventilated area, wear protection, and if you're uncomfortable with any step, seek help from someone experienced. Safety first, always. The next time your battery dies, remember, you now have the chemical knowledge to bring it back to life. That's not just a skill, that's sovereignty. Thanks for watching. See you in the next restoration.